Hello everyone, my name is Sandeepa. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. This is my YouTube channel Mansa. Mansa is a mental health and mental well-being platform where I'll be talking about relationships, parenting, stress management, and also some of the common mental health concerns like depression, anxiety, addiction, etc. So, I'm going to start with a series called Enhancing Romantic Relationship. Now, you might be wondering why I'm going to start with relationship concerns. So, during the lockdown, I had a couple of clients who had come to me, and because they were spending so much time together because of lockdown, they were having a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges. So, I'll be bringing those challenges and how those challenges can be handled well so that you can also learn from all of these. So it will be divided into various series, into short videos where I'll be talking about the 4 unhealthy styles of communication. How can you reduce conflict with your partner? How can you have a more enhancing relationship with your partner? Show more gratitude, concern, and love towards them. So that's something that will be covered in this series. So I would urge that you bring your partner and watch the video together so that you learn and not blame or criticize, because I am sure there is a tendency to show that this is what you do, this is what you shouldn't do, but we fail to understand what we are doing and we lack self-awareness. So this video will help you develop more awareness so that you can bring about more changes in your life and have a more fulfilling relationship. So today I am going to talk about the 4 unhealthy styles of communication. Let me begin with some questions. Have you ever felt criticized by your partner? Have you ever blamed your partner? Have you ever seen that you have said something to your partner, but they are trying to defend if why they couldn't do a certain thing, or they are completely unresponsive, very cold to what you have said, right? I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. So I'll be talking about this. I have taken some narratives of my clients as well with their due permission. And because they are my client, their identity will not be revealed and confidentiality will be maintained. Alright, so let me start with the 4 styles of communication, which are criticism, contempt, stonewalling, and defensiveness. And I'll be taking you through them one by one. So let's begin with criticism. So, criticism, like I said, feeling blamed or blaming other person. I'm sure a lot of you will be able to relate to that, right? Let me give you an example of a couple who had come to me. The husband once told his wife, it was a middle aged couple, and the husband felt that his wife is being too busy with the household responsibility and is not giving him enough time. So he got really angry at her and one day just shouted at her, saying that you're always busy with the household responsibility, you never give me time. And this made the wife very angry, and then she shouted back at him by saying that, can't you see I have so much work to do? How can you expect me to give so much time to you? So this situation could have been handled well, where the husband probably could have stated his feelings in a more emotional way by saying that, I see you have been quite occupied with household responsibility. Why don't we have some time this weekend where we can spend some time together as a couple? And this situation wouldn't have escalated, right? So, this is one example. Let's move on to the second style of communication, which is contempt. So, contempt is one step ahead of blame or criticism. Here, it's mainly to make your partner feel morally inferior, to demean them. Let me again give you an example. So, this is a couple in their mid 30s, and one day, and they had come to me during the lockdown period. We had a telephonic consultation. So, one day, the wife felt so overwhelmed because during the lockdown she had a lot of responsibilities of taking care of the house, then doing job, and of course she had a lot of meetings, and the schedule was not how it used to be in office. Like you all can relate that the working time had increased. So she was finding it very, very difficult to cope, and she did not communicate this directly to the husband, but one day out of frustration she just screamed at her husband and said that I am the one who is doing everything in the house and you just want to be treated like a king. So can you see the way she said treated like a king was very demeaning to the husband, right? So again, this resulted in a lot of fight and escalation between them, and then they did not talk for a week. So that was a very sad condition. Again, this could have been probably handled well if the wife would have told her husband that, I'm feeling quite overwhelmed, so can you take care of the kids today while I do the cooking, or can we divide some of the household responsibilities? So nothing can go wrong if you discuss things openly with your partner. So maybe this could have been also discussed, right? It is important that you express your feelings, but how you express is something that needs to be taken care of. All right, now let's move to the third style of communication, which is defensiveness. And you must have seen that or observed in yourself that when your partner has given you a responsibility or a task to do and you have not done it, you tend to justify your stance, right? So if your partner has told you that please cook the food today because I will be a little busy, and you have agreed to that, but maybe you got busy with your office related work, or you completely forgot to do it, right? And then when your wife comes and asks you what happened, where is the food, you tend to take a defensive stance by saying that, can't you see I'm busy doing a lot of office work? How can you expect me to do this cooking also? Why didn't you do it yourself? So rather than shouting or getting angry or mad at each other, it is very, very important that first you be aware of what is happening, and then just apologize. Say sorry, that okay, I'm sorry that I couldn't do it, I got a little occupied with my work, so can I do it right now, or can I order some food from outside so that we can eat together? So if this kind of communication is done, then it will never lead to any fight, right? Next form of unhealthy communication is stonewalling. Have you ever observed that your partner is not talking to you, or even when you are saying something, you are so angry that you are just ventilating, and your partner is just watching the TV or looking at the phone, not making eye contact with you or rolling the eyes, right? So these are some of the things that you might have observed. This means that your partner is very drained or overwhelmed, and it is very, very important for you to identify those non-verbals and understand that this is not the right time to discuss. So either you give them a break and talk about it later, or tell them that why don't you take a break, maybe you can go for a walk, or you want to relax. Or if you are in that position where you are very overwhelmed, you can say that, okay, let's talk about it later. Let me relax first. Let me calm myself down, and then we'll be talking about it. That way, there will be no conflict, and you will also be communicating your feelings clearly, right? Alright, so these were some of the unhealthy styles of communication, and I also gave you some tips how to handle them. Hope you like them and even try them out in your real life. Do let me know in the comment section how you felt about it, and also let me know if you would like me to cover any topics related to mental health, right? So if you want this video to reach out to other people also so that they can benefit from it, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.